And joining me in the announcer's position is none other than head coach and proprietor here at Ski Fluid and many times champion skier himself. It is none other than Kyle Eade. How you doing?
Yeah, doing great, Tony. What an event so far, huh? That slalom, the women's slalom, seeing a European record this morning with Manon Costard and seeing Nate Smith out there run 41, 3 out of 4 rounds. That's pretty amazing skiing and to end up on top. But we're shifting gears now. It's time to get into the jump. Ramp set at 6 foot. The MasterCraft Pro Star, 35 mile an hour, and these boys are going to be hitting it hard.
And as I said on the comments here on the YouTube channel, are you not entertained?
Very entertained. This has been some great competition over the last 2 days, and it's about to get better. The wind yesterday was absolutely perfect. It's not bad again today. It's kind of a quartering headwind, which the skiers like. It keeps the rope tight in the air, keeps them up for longer. And we saw, that 237 massive jump from Freddy yesterday, and also 233 from Felipe Miranda. Here's Jack, jump number 1.
All right, here we go. Jack Critchley, who jumped 67.7 meters or 222 feet in the first round of the event. Oh, didn't get anything off that jump well. He got something, but not much of it.
Yeah, no, he sat back a little bit on the ramp that time. He was having a pretty good cut at it. He knows he's got it in him to get up around 230, and that's what it's going to take to get on the podium today. Jack skis out here a lot. He trains a lot with me, and he knows this site very well. He's very consistent. He bangs off 220s, 221s, 222s all the time. He's just got to dial in, get down the lake a little bit, and take a bit more heat to get up and around the high 20s or the 30s, and he can do it.
Wind conditions absolutely perfect here. Not too much in the way of a gust, but kind of planted that left ski down a little early, I feel.
Yeah, amazing angle though, isn't it? As he's heading into the ramp, you can see the load through the arms, the drive through that right ski as he's going into the ramp. Everything's got to be perfect though to get the extension on the ramp, and that time just not quite balanced and kind of sat back. And hey, 176 feet.
What's going on, guys? Down here in the dock for the Pro Men's Finals. A couple of our jumpers getting ready down here. Want to touch base with you guys in the webcast who are taking a look at what the conditions are looking like. Facing up to be a direct headwind down the lake, about 5-7 miles an hour. Really ideal conditions for these jumpers. All these guys going upwards of 220 for the preliminary rounds, getting into the finals. A couple dudes over 230. The conditions are looking sharp. The boat is strong, and we're going to see some big scores for everyone today. And let's stay tuned. We got Jack coming in, jump number 2.
All right, here we go. Jack Critchley, jump number 2. Let's see what he has. Handle up a little bit high off the turn, but let's see if he can pound this one down the lake. That's a beauty of a jump. Got a little bit more float towards the end.
Oh, it looks like he's giving a little fist throw there as he landed. I think he got the extension he was looking for out of the ramp. Whether he had the speed, who knows? We'll wait for the distance here in about 20 seconds, and hopefully he's up over that 220 already.
Right, waiting on that second jump distance.
231 feet, guys.
Wow, 231 feet. We'll get the metric distance any moment now. And I think that he's skiing into shore. Yeah, he's coming in, and he's... I'm not too sure why he's got yes, and I think that might actually be a personal best for him with 231 feet. He's saying,
we've got a very happy Englishman behind us here. His personal best was 227. He rocked a 231 on jump number 2, and he skied straight back for his interview, I think.
All right, looks like we're going to 231 feet. I'm not too sure what the British record is, but it's that's going to be done well close to it.
It's got to be close. I think Jason Seals currently holds the English record. It might be a little further than that, but I'm not sure he was looking for that. He was just looking to get over that 230 and set the pace for these guys to follow. And Jack, that's been a long time coming, mate. You've been working really, really hard. You've been 220s, 222s. To see you just bang out a 231. Jump number 2, and that was enough. You came in.
Man, that was a lot of fun. Holy. I've been trying to put myself up for the past week or so and said, last night I was saying if I go 230, I'm coming in after it. So I don't need to hurt myself. But that was a feeling. Thank you to all the organisers. Couldn't be without it. And thank you to MasterCraft, Ski Fluid, action for
Watch
putting
this
the
jump,
tournament.
mate. Here it is on the replay. You can see it. We couldn't see exactly how far from this angle. We saw the fist throw, and you knew it when you came off the top of the ramp by the looks of things.
I mean, just perfect position right off the gut there. And just driving on in. Boom. And look at that form right off the jump.
My heart rate's going. Holy my.
Oh.
Yes.
I like the skiing back to the announcer's booth here, mate. That was great. Just straight for the interview.
I said as soon if I go in 2:30, I'm coming in. So I'm happy.
Yeah, you deserve it, mate. That's
thank you guys.
That's an unreal result. But obviously, you're capable of doing 2:30 for a while. But conditions are good. What do you think it's going to take out here to get on the podium?
I don't know. I think these guys are going to throw it out. They're most probably going to go over 2:30 as well. All of them have potential of doing it. So let's just see. If I come sixth, I'm happy to go 2:30. It's a milestone that I've been trying to aim for a long time.
So have you been over 70 meters before?
I have not in tournament, and
now you have 70.4 meters.
70.4 was it? That's
yep.
Okay, perfect. Hey, and kicking off the round with 2:31. It's going to fire everybody up on the dock. I expect some big jumps.
I think everyone's going to be absolutely going for it now. They're going to be just bringing it down, getting in the course and kicking it. It's really nice out there.
Speaking of one guy who can kick, Dorian Llewellyn, he's been absolutely booting jumps lately. And look at his cut in here, and he always gets his legs. Nice
oh my word! Sailing that one down the lake right on the first jump.
Yeah, everyone's got potential going a long way, so let's see what happens. Thanks, guys.
No worries there, mate. All right, so looking at Llewellyn with the instant replay, came into this jump final with a distance of 67.9 meters or 223 feet, which was just a shade under his personal best, and 223.
So yeah, jump number 1, 217 feet for Dorian.
Not bad.
You'll notice he's a bit of a slighter guy. He's light out there, but he gets a lot out of the ramp and hangs in the air for a long, long time. The beauty about this guy is he trains all 3 events. He's not just a jump specialist, although he's a great jumper in his own right. He trains 3 events, and he's just broken the world oval record a couple weeks ago. He's been knocking on the door for a long time, so he's got scores into 41 off, over 11,000 points, and he's been over 220 every single time he goes out. So what a talent on the water this guy is, and I fully expect him to bring it down. I was talking to his dad earlier today, and he's saying, yeah, get on him, get him pumped up, and I think he's going to push it really hard on this next one.
Well, Jack Critchley, I mean, a few minutes ago he just let that beast out, and wow, 70.4 meters. We got a jump distance for Dorian Llewellyn. It's 66.1 or 217 feet. Let's see what he could do by way of an encore. Second jump. Oh, look at this.
Oh, another beauty.
Oh, yeah. Good jump.
He didn't seem super happy when he landed. He saw a little bit of a thigh slap there. I think it was a good jump. He just knows that it's possible for him to launch a mid-220s, maybe even further out there today. And he's got to commit, though. He's got to get in the course and take some speed at it, and I guarantee you he'll get up close to 230. Yeah, he's slapping his leg, but he's just had his personal best again, 223. So this guy is in form. It's only little percentage differences between 223. Take a little more heat at it, and you're over 230.
All right, then, on the announcing point here, the rope tension winner in the slalom event. He had to wait a little while before he found out that his pull of over 1,000 pounds was enough. Jonathan Travers.
Yeah, that was an intense round yesterday. I didn't ski as well as I wanted. The sad part about the whole rope tension is normally the biggest pull comes from an error. So when you're skiing the best you can ski, you ski pretty light. Or if you watch Nate, running 41 today, it's really, really light, does everything correct, and he gets through that pass really easy. When we do errors, we normally get really heavy on the line, and I guess at 2-ball at 39 yesterday, I got quite heavy. Some people they ask me, how do I hold on? I didn't even know until my dad goes, hey, dude, I think you just broke the 1,000-pound mark. And that was kind of my joke for a long time is I want to beat that 1,000 pounds. So it's kind of fun to do that.
I didn't ski as well as I wanted this weekend, obviously, but it's great to be back at the tournament, back at Fluid, and back having fun on the water.
Well, congratulations to you once again, Jonathan Travers, as we take a look at Dorian Llewellyn. 217 and 223 in successive jumps. Oh, nicely done, but you kind of get the feeling that he was looking for more, but, tantalizingly close.
Well, first of all, Tony, what a great set. 217, 223, and I believe that last one will be up around 220s again, or just under, just over. So he's definitely dialed in, but yeah, he didn't quite have the same intensity in his cut that we saw Jack come out with on his second jump. Jack was in the course, really driving through. Dorian was sort of relying on his lift, didn't quite have the pull to really get into it.
All right then, and looking at the final stages of that third and final jump flight from Dorian Llewellyn. Let's hear from Zach on the dockside.
All righty, here with Igor Morozov. You had a 229 in the first round. You got the bye all the way through into the finals. We already saw Jack Critchley go out there and throw a 231 down. Dorian following up a 226. The boys are jumping big right now. You had a huge first round, a new Russian national record. What do you think the conditions hold for you today out here? Do you think that 230 is possible for you?
I mean, looks like it's possible. The conditions are epic. So, it is also final. So it's kind of the matter of putting it all together. I mean, potential is here. Yep. Just, I don't know, take it jump by jump and see what happens.
Well, there you go, man. The pressure is on its own the finals, but wish the best of luck to you, man. Go late, go get them. Back to you guys.
All right then, so we got Taylor Garcia on the water, and that last jump for Dorian Llewellyn, a brand new personal best for him. 226. It's 69 meters.
Well, these guys are absolutely
they're throwing
flying
down bombs out there.
Yeah, like we kind of waved off that last jump because we didn't quite have the same heat as we saw Jack with, but still 226. That is an absolutely massive jump. His personal best. He'll be stoked with that. And putting some pressure on these guys out next. Taylor Garcia, we saw him go 226 in the repechage round, or the LCQ. So, he's right around the same mark. We got Igor Morozov on the dock getting ready. He's at a 229. So, hey, he's put some pressure on these guys.
All right, here we go. We've got Taylor Garcia, who yesterday produced a jump distance of 68.9 meters. That, too, is 226 feet. Yeah. Just highlighting the eccentricities involved between the metric and feet and inches, because in the space of... I'll get into it.
Oh, he's not worried about that 226. No, he's looking at that 231, and he's going for it. You'll see a big difference.
Oh, look at that. Well forward over his jump skis, just absolutely pounding the ramp full force.
Yeah, now you saw the difference in his cut compared to Dorian. He gets into the course, he turns those skis, kind of gets a bit heavier out of the turn, but holds on tight and launches himself. So, great jump number one.
All right, and just to emphasize, in the space of 1 foot of distance, you can actually place 3 separate metric jump distances. Yeah, exactly, because when you think about it, a foot is 12 inches, right? And on that same ruler, there's 30 centimeters, which is like there's 10, there's 20, there's 30. 3 separate jump distances within the space of a ruler, which is a foot.
Sure is, yep. But, when we ever have a tie going in feet, we always go back to the meters. I think we're heading over to...
All right, guys, here with Pipe. You had a 233 in the first round, a huge PB for a new Chilean national record. Let you get kind of warmed up here. Talk us through what's kind of going through your head. What are you thinking about? What's your pinpoints for round number 2? I'll get you zipped up while you let me know.
No, actually, I'm just trying to do... I will try to do the same thing as the first round. Don't go any later, stay calm, and don't try just thinking about going far. More think about what I need to do and stick to the plan that I did in the first round and do the same the second round.
Absolutely, man. It's a new round for you. It's a fresh start. You got some good confidence under your belt, and it's time to go kick a big one, man. Good luck to you out there.
Thanks, buddy.
Back to you guys.
All right, then, Zach Warden, among his many talents, they're interviewing their Felipe Miranda, and also acting as Batman as well.
Helping him get suited up for the event. Here's Taylor Garcia, jump number 2, 218 on number 1. Here he goes.
Oh, a little bit of slippage there off the top of the jump, and not particularly pleased with that effort. 2:18 on the first, which is 66.3 meters, but I don't think he's going to get too much out of jump number 2, so he's going to be forced to take his third.
Yeah, definitely. He's not going to be happy with those first 2, but he knows he's got a big distance to chase. He's got to get over 2:30 to win this event, or get on, even on the podium right now. And he's having a poke at it, and well, if he gets his legs, he's going to fly a long way. The first one, he kind of just did a bit of a line drive. Second one, he kind of sat back. Yesterday, he went 2:26, but he wasn't overly late. He was sort of hitting middle of the ramp, coming off left-hand side. So he's got it in the bag. He's got a lot left in the tank, and he's been launching 2:29s. Last weekend out here, he had a couple 2:29s in a round, so he's definitely got it in him.
177 feet on jump number 2, 177. Equivalent to 54.1 meters. Neither of those distances will thrill Taylor Garcia. So let's see if he has an approach on jump number 3, which will yield a distance that will please him. Just to mention that Water Ski Nation has crowned their tour champions in the women's slalom. Manon Castard winning the season-long title in that event ahead of Regina Jaquist and Jamie Bull. We'll highlight the men in just a moment or so, but
all the cards on the table right now. Jump number 3 for Taylor Garcia. He's going to leave as late as possible. Taking a lot of heat here on the last one, and he's got his leg.
Nice! Look at this.
That's going to be his longest. What's it going to be?
I think so, but how long is it going to be?
He's got a fist up. He's looking happy.
Could it be as long as 2:31 or 70.4 meters from Jack Critchley? Is it as long as 2:26 or 69 meters, courtesy of Dorian Llewellyn?
It's close. It's 2:29. He's slotted right into second place there, ahead of Dorian, just in behind Jack Critchley with 2:31.
We'll tell you how close that is in metric once I get that distance come through, but Taylor Garcia looking in fine form, and for those of you who are checking in on the Water Ski Nation season-long men's slalom title, first was Freddie Winter, second Nate Smith, and third Cole McCormick, and each will receive monies courtesy of Water Ski Nation as we take a look at the distance. The metric jump distance for Taylor Garcia is 69.7 meters. 69.7 meters. That is the equivalent of 229 feet. Just 2 foot shy of Jack Critchley. And in terms of metric, it's, what is it? It's like 0.7 of a meter. That's like 2 rulers.
It's not much over the length of 230 feet, that's for sure. There's not much in it. But that's what separates, first and second and third. Just only millimeters in it. On the water right now, Igor Morozov, he is in form too. He punched out a new Russian record yesterday, 2:29, and he's already seen 2 guys go 2:29 and above. So I reckon he's looking for the 2:30 as well today.
All right, so Igor Morozov. Yep, 2:29, as you mentioned, which is a brand new Russian jump record, and that metric jump distance for Igor Morozov yesterday in this particular jump event.
All right, a little bit of a different technique as he comes off the 600. He lifts that right ski up fairly early. He's a tall guy. He stands pretty tall on his skis. Looks a little stretched out into the bottom, but allows him to absolutely kick the ramp and get a lot out of it here. And he's done that. Ooh. Jump number 1. A little bit squirrely in the air, so he's going to readjust and come in jump number 2.
All right, so the jump distance of 2:29 from yesterday is actually the jump that Taylor Garcia produced on his third and final, both in feet and inches and metric. So looking at this instant replay and just getting up over the skis, losing his left hand off the top of the jump, and we'll check in with Zach Warden. Zach, who you have?
All right, guys, here with Taylor Garcia, a 229 on jump number 3. I know you wanted to squeak out a few more feet, move yourself in the first there. A lot of stiff competition out here today, but 229, a respectable jump, man. It's a big jump by any means. What do the conditions feel like out there? How'd the MasterCraft feel?
I mean, everything's just perfect out there right now. Wind is amazing, boat feels great. I left a bit on the ramp, so gonna be a bit bummed with that score, but everyone's jumping amazing, so it'll be a good tournament, and everything's great.
Yeah, man, it's a tough field out there today. You guys got number 1, the first guy going off, going over 230. Really set the bar high, everyone into the upper 220s. So, Taylor, I know you're a little disappointed, but great skiing, great effort, man. It's good to see you out there.
Thanks, man. Fun to be here.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Zach, and thanks a lot, Taylor. Some great jumping there from him, 229. His best jump distance of the weekend. Igor Morozov, as we pick him up on jump number 2, jumped 212 feet on jump number 1, or 64.3, and bringing this car a little bit further down. He wants a little bit more speed into the turn. Handle up a little high as he comes into the base and up. Looked like to be a pretty good jump. I don't think he got all of his left, though.
Yeah, I think he's still looking for more out there. You saw in his first jump, he stumbled through the wakes, kind of tripped over and lost his edge into the bottom. He sorted that out on jump number 2. Still a little bit squirrely in the air, moved and lost a little bit. But I think that's going to be, you see him had a little slack line in the turn. He was definitely pushing his speed into it. So he's pretty late. Good lift. Let's see what it is.
All right, let's get back with Zach on the dock.
All right, guys, here with Freddy Krueger, top seed going in today. Had a huge jump, 238 yesterday. Not necessarily strange to that distance, but today's a new day, new conditions. We saw Jack go out there into the 230s right off the bat. Feels like one of those old school finals where, 230 might not actually take home a gold today. So, walk us through that. Are you going to same mentality you came through in a set yesterday, kind of pick up where you left off?
Yeah, I think exactly. Yesterday I felt like I was trying to figure out the 600. The wind here is a little trickier than you would imagine. It's coming off these berms a little bit, so you can get a little slow into your turn. Jack did an amazing job of making that adjustment between the first and second, and obviously showing that if you can get up on top of it, you can run. So, I mean, this is unbelievable. These distances are huge. These guys are coming in, tying PBs, setting PBs, and they're still aggravated because they know they left some out there. So I'm excited, but I got to be honest, I'm a little nervous.
Hey, well, man, you've been great under pressure in the years past. So good luck out there, Fred, and go send a big one.
Thanks, man.
All right, here we go. Igor Morozov, third and last jump. Tied in distance with Dorian Llewellyn at 226, and Dorian Llewellyn has the upper hand metrically, and I don't think he's going to get above
26.
that distance, and he knows it as well. So falling on that jump will score a 0. So Igor Morozov swims into shore, having jumped 226 feet or 68.9 meters. That represents his best jump distance in this final. But he leads this arena, this facility, having jumped a new national record for Russia with 229 feet, which is the equivalent of...
So, yeah, probably a little bittersweet for Igor. He's jumped super well this weekend, but and 226 feet is a huge jump. But today, with the conditions the way they are, it's not going to hold up. We've already seen a 231. We've had Freddie on the dock talking about the conditions and how big these jumps are. Everything's set up good. We've got the perfect wind. We got the boat that's absolutely slinging these skiers into the ramp. And, we've got the next skier on the water who went 233 for a new Chilean record in round 1. And I fully expect him to back that up here today.
So there we go. Felipe Miranda on the dock. 233 feet in the round previous to this. New Chilean and Latin American jump record. I mean, any new record set in Chile we're between Felipe Miranda and Rodrigo has got to be like they are the best jumpers from Latin America. So if they beat out the Chilean record, then it must be a new Latin American record too, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. The Miranda brothers have been probably swapping this record back and forth for the last 10 years or longer, and right now Felipe's got a hold of it. 233, but I know Rodrigo will be sitting at home watching this and cheering his brother on, and but secretly going, hey, you know what? I think I can go further than that too. So It's exciting to see these guys pushing the level and getting up to into the 230s and chasing down the Freddy Kruegers and the Ryan Dodds who are up over 230 consistently.
It's not hard to take a breath here with these jumpers. We've got Felipe Miranda, jump number 1.
Yeah, and what I love about Felipe, you never know what you're going to get. Yesterday he started off with a 158, didn't have his timing, then a 195, and then 233 in his last one, just popped it out there. So who knows? Taking a big cut. He has a lot of speed here. Sits back.
All right, we'll see what he can produce off jump number 2, because that one on jump number 1 was not particularly pleasing from his perspective. And we'll take a look on this turn, and kind of sank a little bit just before he got that second hand on, and having to dig himself out of a hole. And got on the back of the skis and just couldn't.
And I think we're heading down to Zach on the dock.
Yes, indeed we are.
All right, Igor, a 226 in the finals. I know you had a bigger jump in the preliminary rounds and you kind of left a little bit out there. Still a hell of a jump. All you guys are going huge in the finals. What do you think the one key was we missed out on that 226, the difference between a 226 and a 236?
Well, I think I just was freaked out a little bit, lost the line control, and instead of just kind of be calm and trust yourself a little more. But it is a key, it's like I wasn't skiing maybe as much as I wanted it, so this is little tiny thing of trust in yourself. Didn't come together this time, but felt good. Felt like, I didn't do a good job. Still pretty solid jumping.
Yeah, I know it's tough with the offseason that we had and really this year, but hey, solid effort out there, and let's get back over to Felipe Miranda, jump number 2.
Number 2.
There we go, Felipe Miranda, jump number 2, 188 on this first, and another sit back on the ramp.
Oh, that's not a particularly good jump, and he's now going to be reliant upon his third and last attempt to kind of get the distance that's really needed to be among the top echelon jumpers.
Yeah, well, this happened to him yesterday. Like I said, he went out for 158, 195. He didn't really get it together, and then he just clicked. And he's got the ability to just absolutely extend off that ramp when he gets his timing right. And he launched a 233 kind of out of the blue. So let's hope he can dig deep and find it under pressure here on his third and final. And just a little recap of the leaderboard. We've got Jack Critchley sitting in first, 231 feet, followed not far away by Taylor Garcia, 229, and Dorian Llewellyn just squeaking ahead of Igor Morozov with 226. So that's our top 3. Felipe hasn't quite got it together, but he's capable of getting on that podium as well. And yeah, you just saw Freddy Krueger, the nightmare, on the dock, eyeing up the conditions. He's had 237 yesterday. He's been banging off some massive jumps in practice, and he's probably looking not just for 230, he's probably looking for 240 today. Kind of put an exclamation point on this victory, I think he's looking for. All right, Felipe Miranda, jump number 3.
All right, so jumps of 188 feet and 180 feet in successive attempts. Now he's got to go big on jump number 3 to put himself ahead of Jack Critchley. Better. But is that all the way? A little bit of a fist bump there towards the end, and they're feeling something on that jump there that he would have been delighted about.
Yeah, he seems pretty happy with the last one. I don't think he quite had the same lift as he got yesterday with that 233. But we'll wait and see what the distance holds. He came off the ramp pretty square. Got a fair bit of float out of it. There he is eyeing it up. It's a lot of pressure on, when you've got your first 2 jumps, you haven't got a great score. You've got to really push for it on jump number 3. There's a lot of pressure. And he's got his legs there, and that's a pretty nice third and final jump.
The jump distance will be revealing itself to us very, very soon. The score for Felipe Miranda comes up as a 224-foot jump. 224 as the equivalent of 68.2.
Yeah, very respectable jump, that last one from Felipe. Unfortunately, he's going to be down the leaderboard a little bit. Everyone is just flying today, so he's not quite finished as high as he did in the first round, but still 224 is a massive jump.
All right, so here we are with Freddy Krueger. No introduction needed.
No, this guy has won pretty much everything 10 times over. World champs, world records, US Masters, Moomba. He's done it all. He's probably, arguably the most successful open men's jumper of all time, pretty much. And he doesn't quite have the world record right now. That's Ryan Dodd's got that at 254. But hey, he's still chasing it.
So, Freddy Krueger, who's broken the record a number of times. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, at least 8 times a world jump record holder, spanning all the way back to 1999.
Yeah, Freddy's been going to pro events since 1995. I think it's the first time I saw him on the Pro Tour, and 25 years. This guy's 45 years old and still pushing the boundaries. Here he is, jump number 1.
Here we go. This is Freddy Krueger, jump number 1.
Ooh, a little stretch out on the ramp there.
Ooh,
still a big jump.
Is that going to be in the 230s?
So, unusual Freddy style, he usually gets a lot out of the ramp. That time he kind of split a little bit. Maybe didn't quite have the extension he's used to. And we'll wait on the distance. So one guy who's definitely waiting on the distance, Jack Critchley, he's our leader right now, 231 feet. And I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now. He's sitting there sweating it out as Freddy's got 2 more jumps to come.
So waiting on the jump distance, and at the same time we do that, let's go on over to Zach. Who do you have?
All right, guys, here with Felipe Miranda. I know you're a little disappointed out there. We talked about it briefly when you came in. A little calm on the first 2, and that wind picked up on you in the third jump, threw your timing off a little bit. Walk us through that third jump and that little key you missed out on.
Yeah, actually on the first 2, I tried to go quick and I tried to get in the course, but then the wind stopped. And I was like, okay, back it up a little, back it up too much. And the last one, the wind picked up again. It was amazing. I'm like, okay, this is it. Brought it down, but I think I got a little slower again on the turn. And I even missed the kick. But really, I cannot say anything. It's an amazing jump. I did my PV, so perfect.
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to yesterday's round at 233. Welcome to the 230 Club. And congratulations on your new Chilean record. And it's a good way to end the season, man. I know it's not the finish you wanted, but hell of an effort, dude. Freddy, jump number 2.
All right, first jump distance for Freddy Krueger, 226 feet or 68.8 meters, so he's got some work to do.
It's not enough yet. He's got another 5 feet to find out there, and this looks like a pretty good setup. Jump number 2, and another pretty good snap off the ramp.
Ooh, a nice looking jump. That looked to be a little bit further from my eyesight there.
It's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. Usually Freddy knows, he's done this a long time. He knows. You'll see him when he lands. If he's got a big one, he'll throw the fist pretty much straight away. He's unsure on that one, so it may be enough. It may be just shy. And as we see his setup, just so smooth, Freddy Krueger. Gets nice and wide, locks into his cut here, flies the wake and lands so softly, so he's got good load and pressure into the bottom of the ramp. And what extension off the top of the ramp.
And the distance has come through, and we're going to highlight that up on the screen in just a moment. For Freddy Krueger, We're waiting on the distance. It's gonna, from what I'm able to tell, it's gonna be, it comes down to inches, comes down to centimeters. And the jump distance is 232 feet.
There we go.
232 feet, or the equivalent of 70.6 meters. 20 centimeters separates him from Jack Critchley.
There's nothing in that. That's an amazing jump, though. We have a new 2020 MasterCraft Pro champion, Freddy Krueger, 232.
Now,
one more jump to come.
Now, here's the significant thing. Normally, when Freddy Krueger has won an event, he comes in.
He's looking for a big jump. He's looking for 240 out here. He's got
still
it in
out
him.
there.
Yeah. He's been 238 out here this year. That's the longest jump of anybody this year. And I reckon he's going to push that down here on third jump number 3. Just put an exclamation point on it. Set up good. Got a nice turn, and he's locked in here for a big extension. Ooh. Another beautiful jump from Freddy Krueger.
3 consistently long jumps there from Freddy Krueger as he skis into the dock. Establishes a viable skiing position to the officials, and will get that jump scored as he skis on the way to the dock. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up, please, for the one, the only, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, great jumping from Freddy Krueger. He's our champion, 232 feet. Followed very closely behind Jack Critchley. Absolutely amazing jumping, over 230 for the first time. And right in behind him, Taylor Garcia, 229.
Yes, again, exceptional lift, and we're going to get the distance. It's not going to be as far, but it is a pretty sizable jumper for Freddy Krueger. Going to get the scoring momentarily as we bring to a conclusion the skiing portion of the jump event. There are our podiums. Freddy Krueger ahead of Jack Critchley, ahead of Taylor Garcia. And that last jump from Freddy Krueger is 68.3 meters. And let's check in with Zach Warden one last time.
All right, fresh off the water, fresh off the victory, just squeaking out ahead of the Jack there with that 232. After the first jump, you had me a little worried, Fred. You know, it kind of banked up a little bit. What kind of adjustment did you make between jump 1 and jump 2 to get that win?
Well, we talked about getting the timing right down there. The first one, I liked the speed it carried through the turn and ended up a little too much time off the second wake to the ramp. Got that pre-kick. Second one, I got enough of it to squeak past Jack. And I mean, it's so weird, like, that is such a distance. I mean, you know this. Yeah. The difference between 232 and 202 is 100th of a second or a split second. And so you start toggling in your mind, how hard do I go? And, you know, with him doing that right off the dock, I was out there in the parking lot and I said, all right, we're going all in. But the wind was swinging around and I was so thankful that second one was it, because all the pressure on the third one, I'm not sure I'd have done it.
Hey, man, that was, you know, a hell of an effort from the entire crew, all the boys over 220. You know, get a top 6 like that. And Jack, come over here and join us real quick. Jack, congratulations on joining the 230 club. Nice second place. Proud of you guys. And Freddie, any closing remarks for the crew?
I just want to say thanks to MasterCraft in Action for, you know, shifting gears really. When the Collegiate Nationals went down, you know, that was only about 6 weeks ago, and they said, you know what, we want to support the sport, we want to showcase the new boat, and you know, having the men slalom like they did, we had the women getting through 39, setting a European record behind the boat, and then the jumping, obviously, was just unbelievable. Thank you to Kyle Ead here at Ski Fluid for an amazing setup, and Jack, he's here all the time. You know, the only reason he wasn't putting the buoys in today before he jumped is because he was first off the dock. So I just want to thank everybody that put their heart and soul into this. Freddie Winter and Karen Truelove did a lot of beating the phones and selling and raising the sponsorship dollars, so thank you to them and the entire Action team up in Michigan. Just couldn't be happier.
Well, congratulations, guys. What an effort. Signing out from the dock, guys. It's been fun. Back to you at the broadcast booth.
All right, thank you very much, Zach Warden, for your splendid work on the dock side, and congratulations to Jack Critchley on a new personal best of 231 feet.
Yeah, he's going to want to be one happy chappy tonight. 230 for the first time. That's an exclusive club.
Over 70 meters for the very first time, but the winner of the competition with a best jump of 70.6 meters, Freddy Krueger, 232 feet. Absolutely splendid competition.
So there on your screen, there's the leaderboard. All of those jumps. 224 was 6. That's just incredible. Some absolutely amazing performances here today and over the last 2 days. Amazing to see that three-way runoff with 5 at 41, and then Nate going out there to take the win, 1 at 43. He ran, I think he ran 41 3 out of 4 rounds. We saw a new European record. It's absolutely incredible.
All right, then. We've got the prize presentations coming up in just a few minutes. We're going to take a little bit of a break before then. But this is the 2020 MasterCraft Pro event here at Lake Grew, the home site of Action Water Sports and Ski Fluid. We'll be back in just a few.
From Coble Water Ski and Wakeboard Camp here in Lillington, North Carolina. Our facility is situated on 10 private lakes.
Denali. No hype, just science.